and then I move to the other side and I do it on that side too. So,
okay.
He seems fine with that. I'm just going to have to bend his head. Sit. And just move to this side. Here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just making sure all of these are good.
Yeah.
Then when you finally get on,
yeah, she's like licking and she's like all.
Put me on downhill. Hold the nose here. Scratch.
Yeah.
Go to the other eye. So I'm not trying to stop her to move. I'm just going to keep her bent that little bit.
Yeah.
Just in case she starts panicking and tossing some bucks in there, I have an easier time.
Yeah.
Getting her to shut down, right? So have her head out there.
Yeah, she loves her mane rubbed. That's what I do with her too. Well, because you know that in the wild, like horses rub each other's manes, and
yeah,
it's
grooming.
Yeah. So I taught my gelding that too. When he gets excited about something, I rub his mane, and it just calms him right down.
Lots of love for doing good.
Yeah.
And for the most part, most of them don't take much to ask them to bend around, right? Like I'm pretty much just putting my hand up there, and she knows now that my hand goes out there, she's just supposed to bring her head around.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about her being correct in the ears or, you know, to flex a certain way. I just kind of want her to think about bringing that nose around. Then the next thing would be ask her to move just one part, which would be drop the leg back, ask her to step over. There. Good. Go.
Mm.
Leg back there. So you can see she kind of pulls her head away when I ask her that.
Yeah.
So that just tells me she's not quite relaxed or moving while bending her head, which is okay. It'll get better.
Yeah.
The more she does it, right? This side. This side. Good. So let's start off this way.
It's funny she's kind of hanging out over here by me, hey?
Oh, the gate's there.
In the gate, yeah.
She got saddled there.
This is her comfort.
There.
It's all her comfort zone right here.
Yeah. This is alright. This is right where she can walk around.
Yeah.
kind of upset about putting more effort in than
Yep.
what I was, right? So
Yep.
that will be.
Yeah, I think that'll be her thing. She's a little lazy, quiet.
Usually how I'd get rid of that at the trot.
Yeah.
Usually I just bend them in, and when I ask them to disengage, I'll just tap them with the dressage crop.
Yeah.
And get them kind of worked up in that, and then I just let them wind down. I do that a few times, and then go back and ask them to trot, and usually they pick it right up because they're willing to do more than me.
Yeah.
So.
She's hard to get trotting if I lead her too, you know. She didn't want to.
Follow you when you ask to trot?
Yeah, she will now. But for a while there, she was like, no.
I'm fine walking, thanks.
Yeah, I like to walk. I'll trot out there. See, look at now, she's yawning. She's releasing her tension. That's good. Head down, nice. Very submissive. Licking, chewing.
Yeah. Once she starts getting rewarded for doing more, like, putting effort in, I don't think you'll ever have a problem with her.
Yeah. Well, and everything I did with her was just really, really slow too. Like when I ground drove her, it was like just walk, and then I would just like wiggle the rein a bit, and then tap her on the bum to get her forward if she wasn't moving.
She didn't move up into
Yeah.
the rein.
Yeah, and then the other side too, just wiggle it a little bit from behind me to get her moved that way. And I had her actually doing like a serpentine, but she wouldn't trot for me, which was probably good because maybe I couldn't have kept up. But
yeah, you wouldn't want them to run off ground driving. Then you start running behind them, and then they're like, "Oh, now you're chasing me." So.
Well, Devaney, ran away with the lines on her all through the trees as fast as she could go, and then finally stopped. And I thought she was gonna like rip her face off, right? But no, then she just stopped, right? All of a sudden, when she spooked with something and had the reins on her, just turned in a circle 3 times and stood there with the reins wrapped around her legs. And I said, "Halt, stand." And then I unwrapped her. I'm like, yeah, she's going to be the one. This is going to be my riding forever horse. Yeah. Take me into my geriatric years. Because Devaney was like, wow. But on a trail, she hasn't spooked yet. Like, she just jumped sideways, but hasn't spooked at anything.
That's good.
Yeah.
Something like I was telling you about that Andalusian and that, they just enjoy it so much that they're mentally active with going and seeing more stuff that, that spook just completely disappears because they're not even thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
Some horses will, in the arena, they kind of learn spook. And they'll be like, okay, well, he's focusing on that tarp, so I got to run around in a circle around him because, that's what I did last time. So you got to be kind of careful with that and know when to know when they're actually scared or if they're just kind of using it to.
Yeah.
And like Cortez there, he's a little Andalusian cross. I swear he has ADD. He forgets he has a saddle on, and then he'll throw a buck in there, and then he's running, and then he's looking at you like, okay, what's next?
He's just in the moment.
The cycles that he goes through is just. But you get him on the trail? Happy as could be.
Good.
Going along. She's going to put him on cows, so which will probably be a good thing. something will keep his attention, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of teach him to build his focus on the cow, because he's not really good at anything else.
Yeah. Well, he needs a job, and that's going to be it.
Yeah.
It's going to be his job. Sometimes they do, right?